Anyway, now that we've gone through the news, why don't we get into the latest episodes you watched of Season 3. As people who watched the show before know, Kayla's going through the series for the first time. And now that Season 7 is approaching, we're going a little faster.
We're picking up our pace.
Occasionally, we're going to do 2 episodes at a time. Although, I'm going to try to make sure we see the big ones one at a time. So like next week is a pretty big one. We'll do that one at a time.
Is it?
It's biggish. Yeah, it's big. It's a good one.
Biggish.
But this time we got 2. We got episodes 2 and 3 of Season 3, Dark Wings, Dark Words, and Walk of Punishment. We're covering quite a bit of ground today, Kayla, but what stood out for you? I think I'm going to guess. I think I probably guess what stood out for you.
The ending of the last one I just watched?
Yes.
Yeah. Jamie got his hand cut off.
Jamie got his hand cut off.
What?
Did you see that coming?
It was really gross. No, I did not.
And yes, it was gross. That effect is disgusting, where they pull it out and see a stump for a second.
How do they make it look so real?
Special effects magic. These are people who are good at what they do, professionals. That's all I got for you. I don't know exactly how.
I didn't know if it was going to be his eye or what was happening, and then it was his hand.
I mean, what does that mean for him? Because remember, Jamie is supposed to be a really, really good swordsman. That's kind of what he built his identity around. With no hand.
That was his right hand, right?
Yeah, that's the hand he uses a sword with.
Ooh, it's going to have to be Captain Hook now.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Like get a hook or like a blade.
Does he not get a hook?
Stuff. I can't tell you, but no, he doesn't get a hook.
So he just has a nub?
I don't say he has that, but he doesn't get a hook. But in any case, part of his life is over. That means he can no longer be the great fighter he was.
Right.
Which is going to be challenging for him. Do you have any sympathy for this guy? Because we've been on a journey with Jamie.
I used to not like Jamie. He's growing on me a little bit.
Why
and I
is
liked
that?
what he did for Brienne of Tarth.
What did he do?
Well, she was going to probably get raped, and he talked the guy out of it.
Just so we can back up, so who captured them?
People in the woods.
People in the woods, yeah.
Where are they from?
I mean, they work for Roose Bolton, who is that kind of skeletal guy who works for Robb Stark. So technically, they're Stark people. They're after Jamie to return him to the Starks.
Then why would they arrest Brienne of Tarth?
Because she's with him.
But she works for Catelyn.
She does, but remember, Robb didn't want Jamie to be sprung.
Right, okay. So they're bringing him back.
Their intention is to bring him back, but Jamie tried to talk him out of it, right?
Yes.
He was like, my father instead. He would pay you more. The Starks aren't going to win. Just bring me back. And they did not seem to like that very much at all.
No.
Why did they cut off his hand?
Well, he's a prisoner of theirs, first of all.
Right.
So they probably have no respect.
Teach him a lesson a bit, maybe?
Teach him a lesson. He uses his father a lot, and they said, your father's not here to save you. You need to stop using it as an excuse.
What will his father react when he hears this?
Knowing his father, he'll probably disown him, because...
Ooh, that's an interesting take.
Because now he has a defect.
He does have a defect. He does not like defects.
Father doesn't seem to like defects.
He does not like the fact that his son is a dwarf.
He doesn't like weak.
Right.
Or
he is not a
small or
waffling kind of person.
Yes.
How about that sword fight that Jamie and Brienne had at the second episode? It was also fun.
Yeah.
I watched them go at it.
Oh, yeah, and that's when they came upon them, and that's when
they were being too
halted.
loud.
Right. Yes. That was interesting. I thought she was going to take him down.
Yeah?
If it kept going, I thought she was going to win.
Me too. It did look like she had the upper hand there. But again, he pointed out that, he'd been in the jail cell for like a year. He was tired. And
excuses, Jamie.
Excuses. But now, yeah, he's definitely at a turning point.
This changes things.
Do you hope for him going forward? Because this definitely changes the way he has to live. 'Cause he can't be a good fighter anymore. He just can't.
That, yes. And I think now he knows his word isn't as powerful as it once was.
Right.
They don't seem to care
They don't
who
seem to
he
care at
is
all.
or who his father is or...
So we'll pick up with the ongoing story of Jaime Lannister and how he might change next week. Let's go to the north. We had a lot of new characters these two episodes.
We did.
A lot. What do you think of the two in the north? This brother-sister, Jojen and Mira Reed, who ran into Bran and company, kind of appeared in his dreams first.
Where did they come from?
They don't really. Well, no, they say a little bit.
Something to do with the crow. He can see, right?
They're clearly
or the raven.
Magical of some way, right?
He saw them in his dream.
Yeah.
And then
he saw the brother in his dream. The sister wasn't there.
Right. And then they come out of nowhere. Yeah, this is strange. They kind of seem creepy.
I mean, they did mention it. They are the children of a dude named Howland Reed, who was like one of Ned Stark's old war buddies back in the Rebellion days. And he just said, we were told to come and find you because I have these weirdo visions I get in my head.
And Bran has them too.
Yeah, Bran has that kind of thing too. So apparently they're the weird vision people kind of forming up and finding each other. He seems to know more than he's saying, right? Like, you get the idea that he knows something important. And
Is
he's
he protecting them?
Do you think he seems benevolent? And she too?
Do they kind of take him No, they.
No,
I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
think
in a
so.
threatening way at all.
No, that they seem to be. I mean, at the end of the day, the boy can't really do much. The sister can do something, but they have Osha and Hodor can probably overpower her. And the wolf.
Right. Yes, the wolf. But the wolf isn't scared of them.
Yeah, the wolf liked him.
He
So
silenced the wolf.
I think that's the reason they kind of trusted them. Because, like, if the wolf likes you, you know, because dogs know.
I thought he was just putting a spell.
Because dogs know.
Dogs do know.
They know if someone's trustworthy.
They're very intuitive.
And wolves are a lot like dogs, so I think that's why they trust them.
They might be more intuitive than dogs.
Do you have any proof of that?
These wolves.
Fair enough. I know, do you have any thoughts on them? Because I know we just kind of got the
I hope they're
brief
good
introduction.
people. We don't really know what's happening with them, right?
We really don't, not much.
But I think, I mean, they don't seem too harmful.
Seem nice enough.
Now that the initial shock is over.
Exactly. So they're traveling together. They're still heading to Castle Black, trying to find Jon Snow. We'll pick up with them soon enough.
Wonderful.
How about Catelyn and Robb and his whole army? Where are they going?
Well, the episode I just watched, they sent off her uncle. Who died?
Catelyn's father died.
That was her father?
We never saw her father. Her father was the guy on the Viking funeral thing. They were trying to light on fire, but he couldn't because he's an idiot.
Yes. Is that like a ceremonial burial thing?
Yeah, you know, it's like the Vikings did it that way, you know, they put the person out on the boat, then they try to light it on fire because they're supposed to have a funeral.
I jumped when that happened. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a historian or anything, but that definitely did happen.
You're pretty close to one.
You think?
I do.
I know a lot about fake history, which is great. But they did that.
It's like me watching Scandal and thinking I know a lot about politics.
The story is her father died, so they went to her funeral. That was her funeral. The dude who couldn't get the arrow to work is her brother, Edmure, her younger brother.
So these are all new people.
Yeah. And then the grizzled guy who did get it to work is her uncle.
Okay.
The Blackfish. Brynden Tully, the Blackfish. What are your impressions of these newcomers? Because again, we got some newcomers.
Again, I don't think they're bad yet. I don't think they're good. We don't really know much.
They're obviously on Robb's side.
Yeah.
But Robb chewed Edmure out for making like a stupid military maneuver.
They do seem like family because they bicker.
They do, don't they? Because they're like bickering. But it is nice bickering. They're not at each other's throats.
And it's good to see Robb kind of having a little more compassion for Catelyn. Not a
How so?
ton. Just, I mean, going with her and
going to
being
his
there for
grandfather's
her.
funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a prisoner, but she's not like in a jail cell. They're like kind of keeping her confined in very nice, probably like her childhood bedroom, I would even think.
Yeah.
Because they're at her father's. They're at the castle where she grew up.
Okay.
River Run, which is right here.
I love that he got a map for me.
I love this. By the way, this map is from the Washington Post, just to give them full credit.
So this is really legit.
It is super legit. That's where they are. River Run right here.
I think we also need a family tree at some point.
Oh, that would be fun too. You get a giant family tree up here. That'd be lovely.
I think it would help me out because I'm a visual learner.
I gotcha.
Put everyone together. Okay.
I love that. Anyway, what should they do going forward? Because they're fighting a war right now, but it's kind of on hold. Like they put it on hold while they attend this funeral.
I think they should bring Catelyn's uncle and brother along.
Right, and they do command soldiers, but remember, Robb was like kind of chewing the guy out because he did have soldiers, and he was like, you did the wrong thing. You led them where I didn't want you to lead them. So it's like that doofus younger brother you have who like tries hard, but he's doing the wrong thing.
Okay.
Is the problem. So we'll see how that plays out, if it does. Hopefully to find. How about Arya and friends?
Arya and friends. They just separated. I'm sad.
Hot pie left behind.
I love him. So yeah, they also ran into people in the woods, and
who are those people?
They are an independent army. They're not on a side, right?
They're not on a side. But they have a name. They're called the Brotherhood Without Banners.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. And they kind of just bring them along, want to hear their story, then they free them, but
I don't free them. kind
of say you can go.
They do. I mean, she could probably leave.
They hear their side.
I mean, she's like a 12. She's like an 8. Like a, I don't know, like 11, maybe 11. Like 10-year-old girl. They're right. She's not going to get very far without them there. I think the read is they are kind of keeping her a little bit hostage, but they're nice about it.
They're not scary.
They're not scary.
And then while she's trying to sneak out, enters the Hound.
And remember, they were going to let her go, but then when they hear that she's Arya Stark, they're like, nope, why don't you stay with us?
We're going to need you to stay here. But yeah, I mean, she even said, she goes, why are you helping this guy who's taking us hostage, pretty much? And he was like, you're not, you're free to go, but you're better off with us, yes. Right. So they leave their plump friend behind.
Hot Pie gets to go, which again, I mean...
He wanted to stay.
He did, and I mean, it's probably, isn't it for the best? I mean, walking around, fighting people. If you want him to live, I think it's probably better.
Bread. Let it.
In the shape of wolves, which was super sweet.
Yeah, and he even says, I'm not of royalty, like, there's no point in me to go with you, so...
Right. I think it's a good thing. I think that means
as long as
he has a smaller chance of dying if we don't have to see him. You know what?
He would be the
got
first
out of the
to
show
go.
alive.
Exactly.
That's a good thing.
Well done. Do we see him again?
We do see him. He doesn't die then either.
Okay, good.
Because people go to that inn where he's at quite a lot. Like whenever someone's traveling in this area in the show, they always stop at that damn inn. And
okay.
He's the baker there now, so we do see him once or twice more.
Got a job, moving up.
He does, so good for him.
Proud.
So that's nice there, but kind of like brief check-ins with them. But the Hound's there now.
Where did he come from? So he left after the war?
He just ran.
Ran off?
He said, screw this, I'm not fighting for Joffrey anymore, I'm running, I'm going up. He's a desert, he's gone, he went AWOL basically.
Oh, okay.
As like a soldier. But I mean, do you approve of that choice? Going AWOL when your commander is Joffrey?
He's the one that kind of froze in war, right?
Yeah, he saw that big fire because he has a crippling fear of fire. And he offered to take Sansa with him, she said no.
Yes. I don't blame him, really. Why are they holding him captive? Like, why are they...
Because he is a bad dude. I mean, he doesn't like Joffrey, but he did a lot of crappy things in service of Joffrey. If you remember, in the first season, he even killed Arya's buddy. Like, remember when...
How do all these people know who each other is without social media?
It's a good question. I mean, how many... 6'5" people with half their face burned off.
So they just see him and assume he's bad news?
Oh, they know who he is.
Okay.
Like, remember this too. I'll make this argument. In this time, in medieval times, the population is like much smaller, and he's a nobleman, the Hound, technically. Not like a really high up nobleman, but he's a nobleman. He's a knight. There aren't like millions of knights. There are maybe like thousands.
Okay.
And
you know who they are.
Yeah, and if you go to war together, much people and fight one side or the other, you will know who each other are.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Are my teeth getting red?
No, they're not, actually. It's pretty remarkable. Are mine?
No, we're good.
Okay, good. And cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Mark, any questions, comments?
We have lots, Kayla.
Oh, good. Anything we should respond to?
This is going to be a little longer because I did watch 2 episodes.
I mean,
just tuning in.
They're wheeling and went through Arya and French, like both scenes, so we're done.
Yep.
But I'm trying to compress.
I'd love to see Sam become a wizard from Luca.
From Luca, would you like to see Sam become a wizard?
Samwell? Tarly? Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, I think
a wizard.
Why not?
Is that a possibility? Like,
well, those creepy blue guys do some magic.
Are we taking weird turns in season 7?
There's no chance. No, we don't get to Sam become a wizard bit. I mean, those blue-lipped dudes did magic. He could do that.
The who?
Those blue-lipped guys you didn't like from Daenerys' story last time.
Oh, yeah. Creepy man.
Speaking of Sam, though, what happened to him? So he's beyond the wall.
He's beyond the wall.
They're
he wants
trying to march
up.
back.
He wants to quit.
He did.
Falls to the ground. The guys around him pick him up. I like the people around him. They're making him press on.
Nice.
Not leaving him behind.
Do you appreciate that? I gotta tell you, when I read that part in the book, I was like, oh my God, get up and like keep walking.
Pull yourself together, son.
Just get it together. Like slap him.
You know what, Dan? We all fall in life, and it's the friends around us. that bring us back to life.
It's not how often you fall, it's how often you get back up.
Yep.
And he got back up.
He did.
When they kind of dragged him back up. And then he arrived back at Craster's Keep, the creepy guy who marries all his daughters and has new daughters.
Nasty
They're
man.
back there.
They're back there, where he proceeds to call him fat, and
Which, you know,
tells his friends they should be feasting on him.
which you don't want to hear.
No.
This can be uncomfortable.
And then
Because
he...
remember why? Because they're trying to get back to the wall. Like their mission failed. They got beaten up by all the White Walkers. They're trying to get the hell out of this beyond the wall area.
Okay. And then it's the girl that he liked before, right?
Gilly is her
Who's
name.
having the baby finally. Or wait, did she already have? Is this her second baby?
No,
This is her first baby. This is
for
the
all
one
we
we
know,
saw
it's her
before.
first baby.
Okay. And he sees her having the baby, and then he runs away.
It's a boy. Remember what that means?
They don't live, or they do.
Remember, there are only girls at this compound. The boys, the reason that we were kind
So
of...
they kill the boys.
I mean, they don't kill them, they give them up to the White Walkers as like a sacrifice
Offering?
thing. Yeah. Remember John saw him doing that back in season 2? So now we're afraid for this young son. Sam's afraid, Gilly's definitely afraid. How will that turn out? Again, we don't
They
know.
need to
We just
steal
kind
him.
of- Ooh,
Sneak him away.
I like that idea.
Hide him.
But I mean, again, Sam is not really a take charge kind of like charging
This is
sort of
his
dude.
time to do the right thing.
Time to step up and do the right thing.
You're not weak, Sam.
Hopefully
Find your inner hero.
he'll do it. We'll find out next week. Moving on. Okay, this is a controversial bit. What is going on with Theon?
Theon's gotten himself into the situation, I feel like, but I do kind of feel bad for him.
Well, let's just address this first. What is happening to him?
Who was he taken by?
Exactly.
We don't know.
We don't know. He doesn't know.
Sometimes I miss these things.
I mean, the weird thing about these scenes is he just kind of wakes up and he's being tortured, right? We don't know
Well,
where he is.
The army he was leading
Yeah.
took over.
I mean,
pretty much.
they knocked him out and they handed him over to the Northmen who were assailing them. Yeah.
So we don't know who he's been captured by.
I mean, it's probably a northern guy, right? Because he took Winterfell, and the Northmen trying to take Winterfell back.
Okay.
And the Ironborn, his own soldiers, turned on him and turned him over.
And he's basically being tortured.
But we don't know exactly, but we don't know like which person is doing it. We don't know where he is. Probably in the north somewhere, but we don't know exactly where. And we don't know who this guy is who's freeing him. He said he's from his sister. Do you believe
But
that?
he looks familiar, probably because I've seen him in something else before, but I feel like he's on the show for a while, right?
He's on the show for a while.
Okay.
yeah.
What's his
So,
name?
yeah.
Do we know yet?
We don't know yet. His name is Ramsay.
Ramsay. Does he become a king?
I don't think so.
Oh. Thinking of Egyptians.
Yeah, I can get that, yeah. King Ramsay.
But no, I like this guy that's helping him out.
I mean,
He killed everybody that was trying to get him for escaping, and
he did.
he's helping him out, and we don't know why.
I have another question for you. Are these scenes excessively gross?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
The
'Cause-
drill up the nail, or wait.
oh my god, that's the worst bit, right? Like the thing, something like under his nail, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, they were. What was that? Was it a drill
I don't know what
or
it's
like
called. It's like a little nail file gone wrong.
They don't
the
use that at
foot
my nail
thing.
place. The foot thing was gross, and then what
even,
they were
like,
going to do to him in the woods was even
like,
worse.
almost rape was disgusting.
Yeah.
So it's a question of is there a point where you can go too far with this stuff? Is it like, oh, it's what happened, like people are cruel and it's
Is
horrible?
this how it was back then?
I mean, if you go into history,
We think
people have done a
today's
lot of
America's bad.
terrible stuff, but even if it was this bad, do we need to see it? Do we need
They
to
are
see
kind of
the
pushing the boundaries when it comes to this stuff. The
I
hand chop at the end, the people in the line that are just beaten and like hanging on the
oh,
crosses.
right, that bit. I agree with you as far as it goes with Theon, because it seems to me with this stuff, it's like we're seeing him just get tortured. At least with Daenerys, like there's a point to people hanging. Like she tries to give them water and they refuse. There's like something we're seeing like her reaction to it. With Theon, it's just like it's just him getting brutalized. Like that's it. And it seems a little excessive to me. But that's the debate people have.
I mean, I've seen enough war movies to where I'm not like
Oh yeah, I'm not like gonna. I can't like turn it off and walk
this
away and can't
happens?
handle it.
Right.
But it's
not easy to watch at the same time.
No, it's a bit much. And I will say it's not. This is new. It's not in the books, or it's implied. They don't show any of this in the books.
I just sit there and remind myself that this is Hollywood.
It is. Oh yeah, it's not happening.
It's not really happening.
Theon, the actor, did not actually get his foot drilled through.
Ugh.
Really quickly, stopped by Dragonstone. Melisandre takes off for parts unknown. What's she doing?
Quick little scene.
Is she abandoning him, or does she really have a mission?
That girl, I don't know.
It is hard to tell, isn't it?
She has her own agenda, I feel like, and we never know what it is.
Fair enough. That's a really quick scene we have, so we'll just
But
move
wait,
that quickly.
the king,
Stannis,
wanted to have another baby with her, and she kind of was like, no.
And that means another baby. That means another shadow demon thingy.
Devil, ugh.
Yeah.
So she can only produce demonic things.
I think that.
Why would he want that?
Because the last baby killed his rival for the throne.
Oh.
He wants to kill Joffrey. He wants to kill Robb Stark.
Was she kind of implying that she would only do it if it was with his, like, son or something? Does he have kids?
He has a daughter we haven't met yet, but she said that she's going to go find someone with king's blood, because king's blood is used in her magical spells.
She's creepy.
She is creepy. I think we can leave that for now, because not a whole lot happened. We'll see what's happening with her a little later. How about Daenerys? She's striking a deal with the Masters to buy that giant army of eunuch robot warrior people in exchange for a dragon. Good idea? Bad idea?
I don't think she should be giving away her dragons.
Why not? I mean, she has 3.
Because I think that gives you all the power.
It does, but she needs soldiers too.
She does. But if she gives them a dragon, then they have power.
We do. But she has 2 though.
But doesn't she have all 3, like, still?
Does she? I don't know. You seem not to, so I'm not going to tell you.
So maybe she gives them and then gets it back somehow?
Maybe, but the question is, should she? Like, should she even consider
I think
that?
she's doing what she thinks she has to do. She doesn't like being questioned by the people she's put around her, she said.
Do you think she was okay? I like that moment. Like, because
Girl power, yeah.
they have a point. Like, maybe you shouldn't do this, but, like, don't say that,
Don't-
during the negotiation.
Yeah,
dude.
undermine me in front of
Come on,
a
bro.
negotiation.
Like, calm down. How about...
I'm Team Daenerys. I like her.
All right, yeah, we'll see where this goes.
So I'm on board with what she does because I feel like she knows best.
How about another new character we meet, the slave translator she
I like
picks
her.
up.
She needs a new sidekick now that her other one's locked in a...
Oh, right. She has a
Tomb
new
dying.
sidekick. Good call. I mean, she has several sidekicks. She has Jorah,
she needs a
has
gal pal.
Barristan Selmy, and now she has whose name is Missandei, by the way, the slave translator. And she'll be
There's a
around
lot
for
of
a
names
while.
that sound the same on the show.
You think Jorah and Barristan Selmy sound like Missandei?
Missandra?
Missandei. By the way, we're over here
Oh,
in Astapor.
okay. Thank you for that.
So way apart from all this stuff.
But no, I'm happy she has...
Someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And she seems nice. I like that moment where she kind of smiles a little bit at the very end, like, this owner is way better than my last owner. Oh my
Right.
God.
She's excited, I can tell.
So we'll see where that goes shortly. Let's head over to King's Landing, our last kind of thing for the night, for the show. Quite a bit happened here. Where to even start? Let's start with the final new character of the night, Marjorie's grandmother, Lady Olenna Tyrell.
What a firecracker. I love her.
Yeah?
Yes. She's
Wow.
a little spitfire. I don't know. She's just straight to the point. She's honest. She's doesn't care really about anything. She's just gonna tell you how it is.
Did Sansa say too much?
I hope not, but I'm not sure.
Expand on that. How do you mean?
They said that it was a safe space, that
Safe space.
she could trust them, that she could be open about whatever's going on with Joffrey because obviously she's marrying him.
Right.
And so she did say a lot. She just said he's a monster.
I mean, she did try not to say anything. She
Yeah,
was like,
and
he's
they
great,
encouraged
he's fine,
it.
he's normal.
They encouraged it. They said, you can tell us, like, it's okay. So I hope that doesn't come back to bite her, but Joffrey's crazy. People are around. I feel like it's going to get back to her somehow.
Possibly. But they seem pretty competent too, Marjorie and her grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
How is Marjorie, Joffrey's new fiance, handling him as compared to how Sansa handled him?
He has respect for her, I think, because she's just more confident.
Right?
She acts like she's been there before, like she knows what she's doing.
I really like that scene where she's kind of with him in his bedroom.
With
and
the
like,
arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like she kind
like,
of...
I want to do this.
She kind of like pretends to be just the person he wants at that moment.
Oh, so is she pretending?
I think she's pretending a bit.
She's playing
definitely.
him. Okay.
She's playing him a bit.
I like that. He needs
And
that to
he's
happen.
not that smart. It's not like he's a genius. It's just someone like Sansa, I don't think was like equipped to deal with just a crazy sadist. But
wasn't
Marjorie's
ready
a
for
little older. She's a little wiser. She might be better suited to handle a dude like that.
I agree. I'm excited to see where this goes because I think she's going to overpower him. I think she's good at like brainwashing him.
Right. Hopefully. I like them both. They kind of add some nice wrinkles. What else happened at King's Landing? There's a bit of a shake-up on the small council. Mm-hmm. There's that scene where they're all kind of, they went in with a silence and they're moving the chairs around to see who could be closest to Tywin.
And then Tyrion put his at the very end.
Yeah. And Cersei just picked up one and like put it next to her. I like that too.
That was a funny scene.
That was a nice scene. What are the changes? Who's getting promoted? Who's leaving?
I don't know, but I feel like Tyrion's in a better spot than he was before.
No, if you mean like better than in a little dungeon, then
Yeah.
So where is Littlefinger going?
I don't know.
Well, they
Where is
said
he
that. Well, we're in King's Landing.
Yes.
And Tywin's going to send Littlefinger to the Eyrie, which is where Breastfeed Lady lives. Remember Catelyn?
Oh no.
Catelyn's crazy sister.
We haven't seen her since like season 1, right?
We haven't. No, she's been away for a while.
She was the worst.
And the reason they're doing that is because they knew each other as kids.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, because Littlefinger likes Catelyn too, so he kind of hung out with their family when he was
And that's
when
her
he was youngin'.
sister.
Yes.
Okay.
The sisters always liked Littlefinger. The intention is for Littlefinger to go propose to Lysa, the crazy sister, because
Do we see any more breastfeeding?
No. We see her again though. We don't. She does
Is
not.
she wearing
breastfeed.
clothes?
She's wearing clothes
Okay.
the entire time. So so far, because she still has troops that aren't involved, and she's like keeping neutral right now. So they want Littlefinger to marry her and then convince her to use her troops in the war to help the
Okay.
Lannisters.
Got it.
And then that means he's leaving, and he's like the master of coin, which is the secretary of the treasury, basically. And now Tyrion has his old job.
Perfect.
Is that a good thing? Do you think he'll like his old job? He has that line, "I've been rich all my life. I have no idea how to manage money."
I think it'll be good for him. It's a new storyline.
I mean, he gets something to do, right?
Yeah,
Better than
exactly.
like being in a dungeon doing nothing.
Right.
The final bit I want to hit, we get a lot, is that bit where Tyrion... Do you know who his squire is? Podrick, the young guy who kind of follows
He
him
says
around.
he saved his life. Was that in the war?
He did,
Okay.
during the battle, the big battle when Stannis was attacking the city.
Right.
He was the guy, because, the guy cut Tyrion's face, gave him the scar, and then Podrick killed the guy,
Yes.
put a sword through his back of his head
Yes.
to help him
So
out.
he wants to repay him.
He does. What does he do?
He gets him 3 prostitutes.
He does. And
And they don't accept the pay. But we don't know what happens. We didn't
don't.
see it.
They're just very curious to find out.
Did he hook up with him at all? Or was he that good? Like,
I don't know.
do we know? Like, do we find out?
We don't. It's kind of a joke. It's not in the books. I gotta tell you, I don't really like this. I think it's stupid. I just think it feels like an excuse for HBO to show a lot of boobs and lady parts without really any reason. That's
They
what it
just
felt like
to do
to
that.
me. Did you find it all exploitative, or are you just going with it?
I mean, nothing in the show surprises me anymore.
No.
So, I mean, they had the scene where they were walking through like the brothel with everyone naked.
Right. But I mean, I think there's a difference between being in a brothel where there are prostitutes being naked and taking the time for a whole scene just to have them kind of walk out and shimmy around.
And do
basically for
back
your fun.
fins with your legs spread apart.
Right. I think there's a difference.
Acrobatic girl.
I think it went a bit too far, but there's
was a bit much.
there's an opinion on it.
Does this make you want to watch the show, Carm?
Absolutely. Daniel Smith has a funny feeling we're all going to be shocked in the end. And Ryan wants to know
I'd
if
like
you guys
that.
get paid.
Ryan, we shouldn't answer that, should we? But
Do we get paid to drink wine and talk about Game of Thrones? No.
I bought this
Just for
wine.
fun.
I'm not getting reimbursed for this. I don't regret it at all. I'm feeling pretty good. That is it. Do we have any closing questions or comments from you or the Peanut Gallery?
Dan, can we drink wine every week?
I'm not sure we should.
It might make us more fun. Might make this more fun for you guys.
Yeah, but we might say something we regret. And then it'll be on camera. I want to
Any
reiterate,
closing?
thank you for sending us these wine glasses. It was
Thank
very
you,
nice.
HBO.
Indeed.
Game of Thrones. Cheers. Anything else, Carm?
And thank you,
good.
Target, for
We're
providing
good.
the wine.
Thanks, Target. Shout
All right,
out.
then until next week when we tackle And Now His Watch Has Ended and bring you more Season 7 Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire news, have a good night. And
We'll see you next week. Cheers.
cheers.